Well, hello. Really glad to see so many people sitting down on a presentation on Friday night. This is our first Pecha Kucha, so stay with us. We're going to get through this together. And before we want to talk about our design residency here, we want to introduce ourselves a little. My name is Eric. I'm a software developer and artist. And most of the time I do jewelry right now. But I love tinkering with all electronics, metal, whatever comes into my mind. But a central part is also light, and in Hildesheim you can do you can choose your courses whichever you want. So I also did a lot of light courses, and that's where I got to know Helena better.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Helena, and for me, it all started with the fascination for color and light and how you can create atmospheres with this. And I started working as an event technician in Cologne in a music club and did light shows for concerts. And then later on, I decided to move forward and study lighting and color design in Hildesheim. And yeah, during that studies, I did also light installation. I worked at theater productions and also did concepts for interior design. And then after we finished our studies, we spent so much time together, we knew we wanted to move forward and move to a maybe more exciting city than Hildesheim, so we moved to Vienna. We found the Happylab, and then we had the perfect timing because they had the open call for the design residency. And yeah, our idea, or our main goal during the design residency was to find a way to integrate AI technology, and especially image generation into our own design process, how we can work with that. So during these 6 months, we wanted to build light objects and integrating or diving deep into AI, looking on how we can integrate that into our work and also trying out all the amazing machines here at Happylab. And you see, we and also the machines were very happy to be here.
Yeah, but before we wanted to dive deep into spending our nights at the workshop, we wanted to get that image generation part figured out. But where do we start? As anyone who has ever tried using Midjourney, DALL-E or anything else, we thought we have this thing in our mind and we just describe it with words and then we get the perfect image and everything's fine. But as you can see, that didn't really happen. We just got flooded with beautiful images that didn't really help us. So we figured we gotta find a new way how we could utilize this technique in our design process and really benefit from them.
So from that point forward, we were more into generating images which gave us inspiration to move forward with our design. So we tried to pick out different parts of the pictures that were generated and integrate that into everything we do. And we also tried out very different AI tools. So for example, here is Wiscom, where you can put in hand-drawn sketches or cut drawings. And then they give out these very nice renderings. And we also used a lot of other tools for research and stuff. And what we also did, what was really helpful, was creating patterns or vector images we could then use forward for engravings and to go forward with our light. And another thing we wanted to show you was the advancement of the AI technology, how fast everything changes.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite go-to prompts, testing AI model, image generating AI models, a humanized lemon selling human juice. On the left you see DALL-E 2.5 years ago, and the right one is Sora, current model. Pretty good, I think. I'm not sure why it's so sad, but yeah. So after we thought we figured out that image generating part, we wanted to spend our time in the workshops, and we settled on this design with a central light core that we can reuse, so all the technical part is centered in one spot, and then use the acrylic discs around us to give us kind of like a blank piece of paper which we can interpret and use for our imagination. We started off with pretty simple pieces in wood that we did on the laser cutter. with the idea in mind to later on transition to metal and like thicker acrylics, like more expensive parts that we didn't want to ruin at the first go. So as you can see, it got pretty chaotic at the end. We had tons of parts, spending the last nights before the presentation here to get our concepts ready. And this is an image I really love. It's kind of really represents what we really where we're aiming for. It's like these strings of light in the acrylic discs, just seeming like floating, disconnected from the area the source originates.
So after finishing the design residency this February, we decided to move a little bit forward, and after seeing the light object, a long time here in the workshop or at home, it was really nice to do a photo shoot. And we have to thank Christian, who's sitting like in the back, who photographed our pictures. And we really enjoyed the creative process behind that. Also to find a location and to get out the contrast between the industrial, very dirty location and like the beautiful lamps. So yeah.
Yeah, we could talk with you about for hours about all the technique that went inside, and they are still in a concept phase. We're not really ready to like call them a finished piece, but I think we're getting to a really good point. We're like figuring out the little details and all the nooks, and yeah, big thank you to the Happylab for providing us with this opportunity, and Christian Henninger for the amazing pictures.